vibing. You know what I'm saying? Vibing, relaxing. I can't even like my own life. Like, it's crazy. Relit, relit, relit. What's up, Sharon? Welcome in. How your Tuesday going? How was your day today? I didn't do too much today. I was pretty much chilling. And to be honest, I stay chilling. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but it's like ever since my spiritual awakening, I haven't been wanting to do anything that involves this physical realm. Like it really feels like I've done everything already. You know what I'm saying? That's why life feels so boring and so dull, cuz it's just like we've been through this shit before. And we are watching old patterns and old cycles that we are ready for to just, tear down. So that's how I've been feeling lately. It's been okay. That's what's up, Sharon. Glad you're doing well. I want to get some more people up in the chat. I don't know where all my usuals at. But yeah, like I said, I've been feeling like, I wouldn't say necessarily lazy, because a lot of people love to use the lazy term. But it's not like I've been feeling lazy. I've been feeling like not so motivated to just live life. And the reason I just haven't been feeling the motivation to live life is because I see through life. I see through what disillusion is. And the fact that I see through what disillusion is showing me, it's like it doesn't make the experience more enjoyable. If anything, it makes the experience, less fun, because it's like you know everything. You know what's going to happen before it does. What's up, Telly? Welcome in. How your Tuesday going, Telly? What did y'all do today? I deleted it. I'm doing all right. I'm chilling. Today was a chill day. Not too much really happened. Like I said, I was sitting in the house for real, just chilling, enjoying life. you know, enjoying life. Hello from South Korea. What's up, Cookie Beans? Welcome to the chat. How you doing, Cookie Beans? I got viewers from South Korea. I be having viewers from everywhere. That's crazy. I always used to think, like, when I look at my analytics on YouTube, I see most of my viewers are from the United States. But when I get on live, it's like I meet people from all over the world. I don't know if y'all watch my page, but y'all be in my live. I met a guy from, I think I went live yesterday. I met a guy from, he said he was from Australia. I'm like, damn, y'all from places I never been. Shit, I'm trying to travel the world. I think that'd be good for me. If I was to just travel the world, I think I wouldn't be so bored. I think my mind would be a little bit more expanded. Cause living in one country all your life, that's all you kind of know. You really don't know too much else. And if you do know something else, it's most likely, you researched it. So it's like, I think I really want to just travel more. If I'm being honest. Are you looking for a good movie to watch? What you found so far, Telly? I ain't gonna lie. The movies that I've been trying to watch, I already seen. I already seen. Like a lot of the woke movies that I tell y'all to watch, I already seen them. And it's like, I don't know what else to really watch. Because, to be honest, my attention span is not that good. I don't have the best attention span. So the fact that I don't have the best attention span, I really have to watch something that's very interesting. Something that's going to like intrigue my mind first before anything. And that goes with like really anything I do in life, not just movies, but like I really have to be interested in it for me to really keep my focus. So like a lot of the woke movies, I really seen them and it's like, damn, what else can I really watch to, fulfill my spiritual desires? Cuz that's all the movies do to me. Like learning about, different things and like what the movie shows you and what life actually showing you. It's like it's shocking in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to deal with some of the information that you receive, and it can be kind of heavy. That's why I like watching. Like I said, a lot of woke shit. I can't watch nothing that's not woke or nothing that doesn't talk about Christ consciousness in a sense or a spiritual awakening. I have to do shit like that. Oh, you watched the Odyssey? I've been seeing that movie, The Odyssey. I know the Odyssey is like a book about, the Greek gods and stuff like that. But I never wanted to really see the new movie that they had out. I remember reading the book, The Odyssey, but I never watched the movie. But I don't know. I think they said that movie was like 4 hours long or some shit. One movie they said was 4 hours long, and I'm like, I'm not finna sit and watch no 4 hour long movie. I already can't watch a fucking 6 second clip on TikTok, let alone a 4 fucking hour movie. Hell nah. Not 4 hours. I fell asleep on the Avatar. I think it was the latest one. And that shit was about 4 hours. You think I watched that? Hell nah. I went to sleep. Woke up the next day and didn't even finish the shit. Cause it was just that long. I don't like too much of long movies, you know. I need movies that get straight to the point for me. But no, I really haven't watched the Odyssey. Is it good? Cookie Beans? Is the Odyssey a good movie? I ain't gonna lie, I really got on live because I was bored. Even though I've been on live yesterday, but I'm trying to be more consistent. That's the word. I think I'm really trying to be more consistent with live. I used to go live on TikTok a lot, but it's like now I really don't have that feel for TikTok like I do YouTube. YouTube, I feel like I do better here than TikTok for some reason. TikTok has become a fucking show. Like TikTok is full of non-woke people at this point. Ever since they banned a lot of woke creators, that shit really hasn't been the same. And reason being, because TikTok has been taken over by, you know, I believe, not America, I believe TikTok and all this social media shit is really going to be under one, thing. It's no longer going to be TikTok, YouTube, um, Instagram. It's going to be one app that has everything that you need on it. So eventually, I feel like, all of these platforms are no longer going to be what they are now. Sooner or later, they're going to build an app that's going to have everything you need on it to where you don't need no other platforms. And I feel like this app that they're going to make is going to be heavily controlled. You think TikTok is banning people? You think, YouTube is restricting people? Hell no. This new app that they finna create that's going to have all the platforms on this shit, it's going to be heavily monitored. And it won't, and most likely they will not allow no woke content on that shit. They will not allow woke content at all. And that's what I feel like is going to happen. I feel like a lot of these social medias are definitely going to shut down. But yeah, that's how I really feel about, social media. And not just social media. I feel like the whole system is about to shut the fuck down. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real in this bitch. The whole system, not just America, not just, everywhere else. I'm talking about the matrix system, the program what we were born into, the shit that we couldn't see at first. That's what's really falling. And if you're a high frequency being, you should be able to see it. You should be able to sit here and observe and watch what's going on, because at the end of the day, you're protected from anything that's trying to happen. And I feel like the fact that the devil knows that we are not falling for the illusions, the tricks, and everything that shit has placed upon us, we are doing things that fulfill our soul, that fulfill us spiritually. We're not chasing money. We're not chasing that perfect relationship. We're not chasing that marriage. We're actually doing shit that's gonna keep us long lasting. Because all that money and shit, all this physical shit is short term. And we don't think like that. We think long term. We think about how if we make decisions today, what would that cost my future to be like? And I feel like a smart person would think like that. A smart person would think like, damn, if I make these decisions now, what effect would it have, on my future life, on my higher self? You know what I'm saying? We got to think about that too. We got to think about what's best for our higher self, not just what's best for us in the moment. Because when you try to fulfill everything that's best for you in the moment, best to believe me, that shit not gonna last. Because it's only for a moment, right? But if you are doing things that's gonna pertain to the long term or longevity of, you spiritually and who you always have been, within yourself, that's gonna be more fulfilling than any fucking thing, than any piece of money that you can get. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this system is crashing, because we are going into our souls and spirit, and we are fulfilling more of our spiritual journey and not this physical journey. They want us to focus on the physical things, the jobs, the cars, the clothes, all the shit that really doesn't matter. But what really matters is you. What they really want is you. They build all this shit around us to keep us in the train of thought of us not being able to free ourselves. But really, we're not waiting on somebody to free us. If you go within, you'll realize, damn, I have always been free, but the world has made it seem like we were never free at all. You know what I'm saying? The world has made us believe that we needed a government. The world has made us believe that we need these people to rule over us and watch us and protect us, when they're really not protecting us. They're doing more damage than fucking good. You see what I'm saying? So who the fuck is the real savior at the end of the day? Because we know it ain't Jesus. He ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? We know it ain't our government. That shit falling apart. We know it ain't our fucking president. He doing some dumbass shit. So it's like, who is here to really save this shit at the end of the day? You gotta really look within and realize it's you. You are the savior to this game. You are the savior to yourself. You know? And I feel like that's why we play such a big role in this matrix system, and we don't know it. We feel like we are such small beings when really there's nothing small about us. If you ever have the glimpse to see your original body, then you'll know that there's purely nothing small about you. Everything about you is big. The energy you carry is big alone. And I feel like the people who don't know that, who aren't aware of themselves yet, they're gonna fall the hardest. They're gonna fall into the trap more than the people who are asleep or NPCs and clones, simply due to the fact that They rejected themselves and went outside themselves and listened to people who didn't know themselves internally either. You know what I'm saying? Instead of following what they felt internally. And that's why a lot of us are where we at now. Because we had a certain feeling about this life. We had a certain feeling about the life that we was living. We always asked questions on why the fuck we were being treated so bad in our families. Why the fuck we had so many friendships that never worked. Reason being is because this life was placed on you to be hellish so that way you will never return to who you truly are. That's the whole goal. They don't want you to be who you truly are. Because if you were, none of this shit would truly exist. All of this shit would be destroyed. See what I'm saying? They know that they can't have that many real people on this earth. So every day they're trying to kill as many people as they can in order to build the system that they're trying to build. So that's why, you know, being highly aware is something that's really going to save you in the long term. That's the saving. You know what I'm saying? The discernment, the higher consciousness, knowing who you are within. That's how you go within and save yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't speak this. A lot of people in your family don't speak this shit. A lot of people in your family will not tell you how to get to your higher self because they were never taught. They were all a part of the program. Not everybody in your family, you know, you might have one or two that you know, might be on the same frequency with, but then again, at the same time, a lot of people are not as high as you when it comes to consciousness and frequency. You know, you have to really give yourself credit for what you know now. You don't know everything, just like I don't know everything. But at least I can come on here and share my thoughts or share my opinions on certain things that I have going on or that y'all may have going on. You know, if y'all got questions, I'm here to answer them. You know, if I got the questions that I'm asking and I feel like y'all got the answers, then I'll ask y'all. And y'all give me an answer and I'll be like, okay, I'll think about it and see if I resonate. But you know, we got to really understand that this life is an illusion and it's trying to pull you back into what was really never real. And this shit is not real. What you're living in is not a real reality or place. You know what I'm saying? But they want to make it seem like that because the more real they make it seem, the more that you want to be here, right? You know, it's like a lucid dream. Every time you dream about a place, it feels so real. It's like, damn, I could stay here forever. And that's the whole goal. They want you to be in this bitch forever. But eventually, you know, if you do awaken, you know that this is not the place for you. You know that this is not your original home. You know that your original home is far from here. Unless you're an earth seed and you were like actually birthed here, then that will make this place your original home. But until then, this place has to be restored. Because it's no way that we can operate in this earth system like this shit. It's too dysfunctional. It's too fucked up now. So it takes us and very strong energy people to rebuild it. To do it some justice. Yes, they trying to keep us from our divinity. That divine source. You know what I'm saying? They love the divine source. That's why there's so much after it. They're after the energy that we have. Cause it's like they're obsessed with it. I know y'all notice like the stares that y'all get when y'all go in public. Like people start to stare even more or try to put themselves around you even more, you know, because they feel that energy off you. It's like they sense it, you know. And this is not something to be ashamed of, to be scared of, but at the same time, you got to know how to protect your energy. You just can't be out here running free, let your energy spill everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like carrying a pot of water that's full. You're not going to necessarily run with a full pot of water because you know eventually it's going to spill out. But if you take your time and you walk with that full pot of water, you ain't gonna have no energy that's gonna spill out. You're gonna keep all your water to yourself because you're not running from it. You're not in such of a rush to, you know what I'm saying, give your energy out. So that's what we gotta do. Keep, keep our energy to ourselves in a sense. And not let these energy vampires and these narcissistic people take our energy and use it for what they want to use it for. And use it for what, their purposes. You know? Hell no. When I was at the supermarket today, a lot of people was looking at me. Yeah, you're gonna get that. And I always get that in public. It's either they staring at me, or it's like sometimes they even approach you and just make all kind of comments. They'll make all kind of crazy comments, weird comments. It'll leave you feeling like, what the fuck was that? And it's a spiritual experience. And reason being, that it's a spiritual experience. It's like you can look around the store and it's happening to nobody else but you in a sense. It feels like you the only one in that bitch. That's how I can really, describe how it feels. You're kind of cute for being a lesbian stud. What is y'all on? No, Ghost. Do they call you Zesty? I wonder if they call you Zesty, Ghost, because they don't call me Zesty. They probably call you Zesty. And I'm not no motherfucking stud. Like Telly said, I'm a man. Like, what is y'all on? But you know what, Ghost? I feel like you like lesbian studs. That's okay. It's okay to like studs. It's okay to like what you like. But you know what I'm saying? Why you gotta like it in my chat? Why you can't like it in your shit? Why you can't like it in your shit, yo? Like, why y'all gotta come in here with a trolling? Can't stand the trolls. That's how you know you speaking real shit. Once the trolls start coming in, I swear to God, that's how you know you on a rant, boy. Anytime you got haters in your life, anytime you got people who trying to do you so fucking bad, that's how you know you really winning. Cause who else will do some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? People get crazy. Hell yeah. Very weird. People are weird. And that's one thing about this life shit. That's why I don't got too many friends. That's why I don't keep too many people around me. Cause it's like, nah, they nah. They take advantage. I try to be nice. I try to be outgoing. I try to share my personality with some people, but it's like they fuck it up for themselves every single time. Like how? Like I'm such easy person to deal with. I'm such easy person to get along with. How the fuck do you fuck up a relationship with me? You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. And I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. I'm not saying I ain't got no flaws. I'm not saying, I ain't did no shit. But at the end of the day, I'm saying like I'm pure. I'm pure. So it's like I don't get it. How do you fuck up a relationship with somebody who done you nothing? Who really done you no dirt for real? I feel like people really get in their feelings and they try to project on how they feel onto you. And I got that my whole life. People would project onto me their insecurities. And that's how I got a lot of people to expose themselves. Trust me. Listen, y'all do this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. If y'all want somebody to truly expose themselves, all y'all gotta do is be quiet and not say nothing. Eventually, this person is gonna tell you everything about themselves because they're gonna feel like that you don't really know what's going on, even though you're quiet and you are observing what's going on, they, in their mind, they feel like this person is dumb. You know what I'm saying? When you play stupid, when you just be chill, act like you don't know too much, that's when you get the most knowledge. That's when you really get the most information out of a person. Not saying a lot. Because it's going to make them want to confess. It's going to make them want to tell the truth. Because they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what's your next move. They don't know if you already know what they know. You see what I'm saying? So that shit got them scared off the get-go. So it's like, what I really do, for people to expose themselves is I just be me. Eventually, the energy that you carry is going to expose people around you anyway for your own protection. Reason being is because Christ is protecting you. So when Christ is protecting you, Christ got to let you know who is around you. Christ got to let you know what kind of spirit these people got in them, because most likely a lot of these people are evil spirited, or most likely don't have a soul at all. So that's where discernment comes into play. That's where you have to really use your judgment. You really have to use what Christ has given to you, which is your power. That's how you know the real from the fake. See what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy. Most of the people that quote unquote hate you, they love you the most. Believe it or not. The people that say they hate you, man, they love your ass the most. And if anything, they need you the most. They need you the most. People always gonna act like they don't need the chosen one. People always gonna act like they don't need our advice. They don't need our help. They don't need our service. But trust me, once you gone, once you finally leave this reality, all of that shit that they did to you, all of that shit that they said to you, the way they felt towards you, all of that shit gonna sink in. And it's gonna sink in deep on their ass. And they gonna feel a deep regret. They gonna feel a deep sense of loneliness and isolation. The shit that we felt. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we do feel a little lonely as chosen ones. Reason being is because we don't have many people around us that's like us. And it doesn't make us lonely necessarily, but it makes us, kind of, depressed in a way. Because we would really enjoy being around people who fulfill us on a spiritual level. Who the fuck wants to be around NPCs and clones? I don't. Sup, L? Welcome in. I'm just reading the chat too as I'm talking. That's the same thing I told my cousin to be. Yeah, be quiet and listen. That's the best way to truly get information out of everything. You know what I'm saying? Just being quiet, sitting back, chilling. Everything is going to start to come to you. I noticed that I never really had to look for the truth like that. Reason being is the truth will always find me. Even if I wasn't looking for it. Even if I wasn't looking for dirt on somebody. It just always seemed to magically appear or get to me. And it's like, damn, I'm a really magical being. And that's how y'all gotta think about yourself. Y'all are magical beyond fucking wonder. So it's like, don't ever make yourself feel small for people who are fucking dead. These people that we're around, these NPCs and clones, man, they are dead. These motherfuckers can't do shit that we can. So that alone should let y'all know that no matter what tries to bring y'all down, y'all too strong. you know? Good to see you too, L. Appreciate you for joining. I can definitely see evil spirits in people. Hell yeah. I be seeing that all the time. And I know when somebody who comes into my circle and is new, I know if you're a good person or not. You know what I'm saying? I know if you're on that bullshit. It's just an energy thing. I can feel it. And that's why I try not to get around too many people. Because being around too many people, it drains your energy fast as hell. And I learned that the hard way. Like, I save so much energy and I don't feel drained. When I'm at home, I don't feel drained at all. I keep a lot of my energy, believe it or not. But the moment I step outside, the moment I go into a populated area, I come back home and I feel like shit. And I know y'all felt this before. Whether y'all going to work and work might be crowded, or y'all might go to the grocery store, shopping, or whatever it is. It's just like once you leave that place, you feel so fucking drained and tired. You be like, I know I slept last night. I know I got some sleep. I know I slept 8 hours in this bitch, and I still feel tired. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, something can't be right. And that's how you know your energy is being siphoned. That's how you know your energy is most likely leaking. You know, because we got an aura field. And that's what, protects us from a lot of our spiritual attacks. Why you think, when people try to send you spiritual attacks, some of that shit don't go through. If anything, none of that shit go through. Reason being is because you got an aura field that protects you. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you have an aura shield that protects you, it's like a shield. Eventually, when you in battle, that shield is going to get cut up a little bit. The metal is going to be scraped on the shield because you've been in battle. That's the same thing with your aura field. It's going to have some cuts and scrapes and scratches on your aura field because, if you're around toxic people, they're going to constantly be pulling on your energy and aura field, trying to get to you. So that's why it's important to do energy work and to not only, do it for self, but do it for your energetic field, to heal that and get that more stronger. Trust me. Once y'all try that shit, once y'all really, I don't want to say meditate, but do energy practices. You know what I'm saying? Practices rising your energy more, building the energy within you, playing with it, and trust me, you gonna feel like can't shit touch you at all. If you feel like shit can't touch you right now, trust me, can't shit touch you once you try the energy breaths out workouts and shit like that. Trust. So it's like that's what we gotta do. you know, we really gotta protect ourselves on every level right now, and this is the moment where we need it the most. You know, when we was children, we really couldn't protect ourselves because we didn't know ourselves like that. And don't fault yourself. Don't fault yourself for the trauma you went through. Don't fault yourself for the bullshit. Because at the end of the day, it was all a part of what you needed to become the person that you are right now. So if anything, thank your past, thank your trauma. Shit, I know it may sound crazy, but thank the people that hurt you. Because, without it, would you be as spiritually advanced as you are right now? Because to be honest, if I went through some of the shit I did in my life, I feel like I won't be right here talking in front of the camera, with the spiritual knowledge that I know. I feel like I would be doing some dumb shit, running the streets, not knowing who I am. But the fact that I had the kind of life that I had, it opened me up to a whole new person. The person who I was before my awakening, that man no longer exists. I can't even go back to that person. He's dead, literally. I tell myself that old version of me is dead. That sleep version of me is gone. I'm now in a new version of me to where I'm right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing on what I gotta do spiritually. Oh, your nervous system was messing up. I'm going on TikTok. I'm trying to think because I don't think that really ever happened to me. But TikTok, like I said, is not. It's really not too much on TikTok, to be honest. But I don't know. I feel like TikTok most definitely has a lot of bad energy. Just like any other social media platform. You know, I feel like this social media shit is good, because I get to connect with the people who are like me but are not around me at the moment. So, it's good in that aspect. But the bad thing about it is it's just so much tomfoolery on this shit. It's so much misinformation, so many clones and NPCs. It takes away from the true experience that, we supposed to have. Cause I'm be honest, if we was all together right now as chosen ones, couldn't shit stop us. You know what I'm saying? We'll be doing so much shit together, just having fun. It's like time wouldn't even exist. The reason time exists right now for us is because we stuck doing shit that we really don't want to do. We really don't want to go to work. We really don't want to live in this fucking matrix system. But if we did everything that we wanted to do spiritually, what would be time? Time wouldn't exist for shit. Because you would be having so much fun. You would be in so much of a bliss. Where are you? You know what I'm saying? You'll be asking that question. Where the fuck am I? I've been having so much fun. I don't even know. And that's what's about to happen to a lot of these NPCs and clones. They are having so much fun right now. They are living it up in their $1 million mansions and cars and all this shit that they getting. But little do they know, all of this shit is about to no longer be here. All of this shit that was existed to man is no longer about to exist, because man is no longer about to exist. We are finna have fucking humanoids and robots now about to replace us. How do y'all really feel about that? I don't think I asked y'all this. How do y'all really feel about robots replacing humans? You know what I'm saying? Because how I feel is like, shit, we been had the robots. Shit, I've been living with robots, shit, for 19 years, 20 years going on, in my opinion. So I feel like what's coming up, this AI and shit, that ain't nothing new to me. What I got is beyond AI. What I got is beyond AI. Hell yeah, breath work is very important. I've been doing breath work too. Alexis, welcome. What's up? How you doing, Alexis? On this Tuesday night. Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for all y'all who hit the like button. For all y'all who subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Those people who hurt and betrayed me taught me. Yeah, most definitely. Excuse me. And I say that all the time. Like, you show, like, little do they know, like, we got the last laugh in a sense. Because while they think they hurting us, while they think they getting away with so much shit, little do they know we are increasing. We are growing every second of the day. Every attack that's thrown at us is basically growth being thrown at us. Think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? People throwing so much water on you. But you a plant. You need that water though. It might be toxic water. It might be water that's bitter as hell. But at the end of the day, you know how to transform that water and make it clear and pure again. And you grow because of it. So anytime somebody tries to give you some, backward ass comments or just down you and shit like that, at the end of the day, we have to alchemize these things and use these things to our advantage and use the energy that people give us to build the lifestyle that we want. You know what I'm saying? When people give you negative energy, you transmute that and turn that shit into some positive shit. Some shit that you can live off of. Now you took their energy. And little do they know, by giving out negative energy, you already giving me energy to feed off of. You know what I'm saying? So either way it goes, they lose. They lose. And the only way for us to lose is if we just go against ourselves and forsake ourselves. That's the only losing streak we have. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to lose. They want you to forsake yourself bad. But it's like, Nah, I know who I am already. I already made it to, the level that I'm at. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna really keep going. The hell? My bad if I just stop talking. Like, I'm watching YouTube too. Like, I'm on here talking to y'all and watching YouTube. I'm crazy like that. Okay, I hear that, Telly. They most definitely can't do the work that I'm not willing to do, bitch. You can be down this bitch and be a slave. I don't care about that shit no more. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I done paid what I gotta pay, did what I gotta did. Now I'm ready to get the fuck. Ready to get the fuck. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be trapped with these NPC clone ass motherfuckers. Y'all can be down here and work yourself to death. I ain't where I'm finna go. It ain't finna be no work for me. It's finna be straight relaxing in that bitch. Cause I need a break. Shit, I need a break. Really, truly, dog. I understand when they say like you won't rest till you dead. I really get the meaning of that. Cause that's true. You won't rest till your ass is 6 feet under at this point. How they working people? How they working people? You will die working, and that's what they want. That's truly what they want. Like every time I go outside, it's like I can't help but to look at the world as a fucking cage. Like we are living in one big cage, and all we want to do is get out this bitch. I feel what the animals at the zoo go through. It's like, why the fuck am I in this cage, bruh? And while we in this cage, not only are we being tormented, not only are we being fucking tortured in this bitch, we being watched as well. We are being watched. And that's the most fucked up part. You know what I'm saying? That's the most fucked up part. We're being watched as we being fucked up in this cage of a life that we live in. Earth ain't shit but one big cage that just want to keep you trapped in it. And once that shit finally shuts, once that shit finally locks, whoever in here is in here. And I'm telling y'all now, I will not be in here. I will not be in here. Not at all. Not at all. Fuck no. Nah. Mm-mm. Nah. Mm-mm. Facts. Turn the pain into the power. And I had to do that for so many years. Like that shit is not easy, y'all. I'm gonna be real, like transmuting pain and trying to use it as power, the transformation process that it takes to get from like the pain to the power part, that shit is like soul tearing apart. Like that's the worst pain that you will experience. Trying to transmute energy for real. That's some pain. Especially trauma. Trauma is the worst, you know, type of feeling to transmute into power. But once you finally do it, you're gonna feel very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Once you finally transmute that energy, you're gonna feel beyond powerful. But the process that you go through to obtain that power that you always had, it's not like you never lost the power. You still had it. You just had to unlock it in a sense. It's always been there. You just had to unlock it. So it's like the pain for me, it was crazy. Like, wow. Like no one ever really taught me about this shit growing up. Like all this spiritual shit, all the angel numbers, cord cuttings, spiritual energy vampires, narcissists. None of this shit was talked about in my childhood. Like I'm be honest. I recently started hearing the term like narcissist in my teen years. If I'm being honest, I really started knowing about spiritual shit in my teenage years, and I know that I'm young. It makes sense, but it's like, wow, you know, a lot of this shit I never knew before. But the fact that I know it now, it makes sense why they kept me from knowing a lot of this shit, and not just me, but a lot of people. And it's not that they could keep us from knowing it because it's always within us. It's a stored thing. The memory that we have, the knowledge that we have, is stored within our DNA spiritually. That shit will never go nowhere. So it's like, I think I carry that. I carry that power. Most definitely. You gotta find ways to carry that. And it's not easy, bruh. It's not easy carrying a high vibrational energy at all. Especially when you're in a place of density. How could it be so easy to keep a high vibration? You know what I'm saying? When you living in a sad environment, do you think you're gonna be happy all the time? Hell nah. If everybody around you sad, most likely you gonna chip in. You gonna be sad too. So it's like, you know, this life is different. It's very different from what we know spiritually. Because what we know spiritually is, like I said, encoded within us. It never left us. We always known the shit that we've known. It's just we had to unlock it again. We just had to tap back into it. You know, just saying. Message delete. Damn. See me in the bus with my eyes closed. Damn, what I'm doing? Let me see. Oh God, Jazz. My game died. But yes, bro, I was on live. Was bored, seeing what y'all was doing. Y'all said y'all was chilling tonight. What time is it? Damn, it's 11:15. It's late, but not late. It's not late, but it's late. It don't be late to me. I don't even know what I consider late anymore. It's like how time is moving. It's like days don't even exist at this point. It feels like one big ass timeline. It really feels like one big timeline. It's like what truly changed. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're living in one big ass day. They try to make it seem like we got days, weeks, hours, years. None of that shit exists. It's like the same shit. I never got that. But to be honest, we are not beings of order, to be real. We are more beings of chaos. Because when you think about time, time is orderly. Time is more structured or can be structured. If I'm being real. But the beings that we are not structured. We are chaotic. We are here to cause a scene. We are here to shake up the matrix system. We are really here to change what a lot of people were afraid to change. You know, due to the fear that they were put in, due to the fear that all of us were put in. Yeah, transformation is most definitely a beautiful thing. Like to see yourself go from such a probably a low self-esteem person or a low confidence person to someone who's just could walk in your skin and not be afraid of judgment, not be afraid of what people gotta say, because at the end of the day, you know who you are, and if they don't know, they better fucking know. You know what I'm saying? If they don't know who you are, bitch, they better know, or they're gonna get the shit slapped out their motherfucking ass. I'm for real. Chosen ones don't play, and they think that you know us chosen ones are weak, timid, vulnerable, but we are none of that shit. Chosen ones are true gangsters. We've been through some shit. And the reason I say we are some true gangsters, even though we ain't in no gang activity, but we are some true spiritual gangsters because we did a lot of deep transformative shit that a lot of people couldn't handle or didn't want to do. So since they didn't want to do it, shit, we said, you know what, we strong enough. Even though it hurt like hell, even though what we've been through was some crazy chaotic shit, but at the end of the day, we know we was tough enough to take the job. And I feel like, to be honest, you couldn't tell us shit. And I feel like that's why we down here. I feel like that's why we down here, because you couldn't tell the chosen one shit. That's why we wanted to save the ones who are a part of us. We wanted to, collect the rest of the people who have a chance to make it out like we do. You know? So, yeah, that's how I feel. You know, the transformation process is gonna be hell, but in the end game, it's gonna prepare you for a lot of shit that you never thought you needed preparation for. Your whole life was just a preparation for the war that we gotta fight, and the war that we've been fighting. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what I want to do once I get off live. I might just go straight to sleep, or I might stay up, watch YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I like to watch like a lot of spiritual content, to be real. That's what feeds me, like spiritual content, spiritual things. Not all the time. I can watch, some physical shit and it not be spiritual, but majority of the time, I really need that spiritual fix. You know what I'm saying? I call it a spiritual fix. Yes, I be needing it, especially when I watch my I be watching other chosen ones too. You know, I really do. I watch other chosen one content creators, and they be talking some real stuff. And I'm glad I found my true tribe. I'm glad I found my soul family. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, without this shit, I would really go insane. I probably really did some shit that I would regret. Let's just say that. How life been treating me, I would have really did some shit that I would have regret. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that I got a YouTube, a TikTok, and I found a lot of people who are very spiritually awakened, such as y'all in the chat. Everybody in my chat is spiritually awakened. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that y'all are spiritually awakened, and the fact that I found y'all found me, we found each other, that goes to show that our bond is tighter than anything. We have a very tight bond. We might not, feel like that because we don't see each other in the physical, but spiritually, we are very bonded. Spiritually, we are like the X-Man or the Justice League. Shit, we all rock together. We all fight together. We all got different powers, but at the end of the day, we unstoppable. We can't be stopped. Once we truly all come together as awake ones. Once we all put our brains together as awake ones, we on it. It's nothing that these bots and these dead people can do. And we really can't kill them because they're already dead. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that's the craziest thing? You go to jail for killing these NPCs and bots, but they already fucking dead. I don't get it. But they kill us, the real people. They do all kind of shit to us and get away with it. But let your ass go out there and do some dumb shit. Huh. Getting away with it is not even in the plans. Straight to fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? But you let a clone do the shit. The clone get away scotch-free. Been stealing from the same store for years. But let you walk in that same store on one random fucking day. Take one item, bitch. You already in jail, bitch. Police already outside waiting for your ass. It's like, god damn. While your ass getting locked up, the real motherfucker running out the store. It's like, that's how life is for the chosen ones, bro. It's so backwards. It's like this life is really set up to go against us. Like, the fuck? We can't get away with nothing here. You know what I'm saying? We nothing. Everybody's always watching us. It's like, why y'all gotta watch me? You know what I'm saying? I understand that I shine bright. I understand that, I'm a superstar. But shit, yeah, y'all gotta find something else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Hell yeah. Christ definitely sent her strongest. She ain't had no choice. She said, shit, I gotta put the strongest out there, motherfucker. Shit, she said, y'all got to take this. You know what I'm saying? Reason being is because we know our mother got us. You know what I'm saying? We know that the fact that we had to give up our powers, not in a bad way. We had to give up our powers to restore our mother for one, but also experience what it's like without them. Because if you always living in a life, to where you have your powers, to where you have everything so accessible to you, eventually you kind of get cocky in a sense. You kind of get arrogant because you feel like, I got everything. What else do I need to do? But I feel like we come down here to see what it's like to not have the powers. What it's like to not feel like a god, and be worshipped. Well, not necessarily worship, but praised and respected to one another. You know what I'm saying? You know, living down here, it shows us how does that feel. So that's why being down here we learn so much, because we thought we knew everything, spiritually, but as we keep coming back here, we learn a little bit more, and we see a lot more things that we may have missed in our past lives, that now in this current life we see everything for what it is. But a couple past lives back, we couldn't see it. you know and that's how life is. I don't see too much spiritual, for real. I be seeing a lot of spiritual content on YouTube, unless it's just me. But I don't. You know what? I'm gonna point y'all to a spiritual content creator, and this is my girl. I've been rocking with her for a long time too, and her channel name is Delight7. Her channel name on YouTube is Delight7, I believe. She's a spiritual content creator. She talks about not just spiritual content, but she also talks about narcissism. She talks about toxic relationships, all kind of stuff like that. And I tell y'all, no lie, like, watching her videos really helped me understand what narcissism really was. Watching her videos also helped me understand, like, why my family has been toxic, why all of that shit. She really helped me understand a lot of things about myself on a spiritual level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they do be some spiritual content creators on here. Yeah, we are one. Most definitely. Most definitely. Unstoppable beings. You know what I'm saying? I heard this phrase recently, and the phrase was like, no one's coming to save you, but no one's coming to stop you either. Think about that. No one's coming to save you, but no one's coming to stop you either. So it's like, would you rather be saved by somebody, but at the same time stopped and limited? Or would you rather save yourself and be free and have no limits and have no, you know, dues to pay to somebody else because they saved you, or you have to feel like you owe somebody? You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you want to be saved, it's okay. Don't look outside yourself to be saved. Go within to save you. To save, you know what I'm saying, yourself. So you won't stop yourself. When you save yourself, you ain't stopping yourself. Somebody else gotta save you, they stopping you. Just that simple. Just that simple. But yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I ain't anticipate on being live this long. But I'm finna get off in a little bit though. I'm finna get off in a little bit and find something to do. I don't know. I might post some videos after this live, to be honest. Might post some videos. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I haven't been in hermit mode lately. Like, I've been more out there before I get off this live. I've been more out there in terms of like my energy and shit. Like, I haven't been wanting to be cooped up to myself. I actually, want to meet people. And I feel like I think it's good to go out. And even though like it may not be as many people around you like you, still try to find some type of connection in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's still good for us. Find some kind of connection. Not just anybody now. Read their spirit, have discernment. But at the same time, you ain't gotta be lonely. You ain't gotta do life alone, you know. Somebody out there. Trust. And I ain't gonna lie, I hate that we live far away. Cause if we didn't, like I said, party every day. Party every day. But yes, bro. Alright, well, I'm finna get off live. Y'all have a good one. Thank all y'all for joining. Thank you, Telly. Thank you, Sharon. L. Who else was in here? Kookie, Beans. Appreciate y'all for joining up. I'll holler at y'all. I don't know when. I get on live randomly. I really do get on live randomly. But yes. Have a good one. Sharon. You too. See y'all around. Thank y'all for stopping by.